It's finally here, the stopwatch has reached zero. It's the first hello and welcome everyone of the Ultimate League Season 18. A brand new first Ultimate Racing 2D2 First Division held by Eura with a lot of expectations, drama and emotions waiting to be experienced. Released at the Malaysian base track after 6 seasons. This is the returning track of the season. We're talking about season 12 when the first time debuted, with Sobel dominance and LSA 1-2 once World Drivers Championship finish. We have brand new cars, brand new faces, which we will talk later, and returning drivers. And for the first time this season, a brand new commentator, Sadgrin. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty fine, pretty excited for the race, and hope that everything goes fine. And for the amount of talent that we have here, we should hope for an incredible season full of drama and full of events and full of incidents happening, and may the best win.
Exactly. We see now the first 29s of the Sunday with Tanandi with that 2985 that could provisionally have the pole. Followed not that far by Phantom with that 2992. I see that Qualy has joined the game again. He had some connection issues. We've seen some laggy moments on the race, but now let's see how the qualifying goes. Figure improves, and I think
Phantom improves, goes to second.
Oh yeah.
We go second, and that's a very good lap that jumps him far away. He's going to have a really good start.
Wow, it is. And that's the first pole position of the season to Hanandi, who's seeking for his second championship after his defeat on last season by Chad GT, who will be starting fourth. But back to front, Phantomy will close the front row with that's Fox and Goose with brand new lineup. And in the rest of the grid, we have Figuera, Chad GT, Kubo, Fleeks, Blind, Membergo, Jiruni, Mortimer, Miyamura, Guziman, Sobel, Seawest, Johnny Fu, Grandy, Urist, and Corvid at the back because he didn't have a time to set.
This is going to be a pretty fantastic race, you reckon? All of this very tight qualifying, and the people have been practicing for a long while, especially with the new cars that we have.
Exactly. That's a strong point to consider. We have brand new cars. We have the Formula eSports 3, Fast 3 for the good ones. This car is based on skill rather than the drill ones, who were the previous Fast 2 and Fast 1, who were based on slip. So what we have on these new cars are a harder turn rate, a faster top speed, but the acceleration it's significantly reduced. So dive bombs, for example, will be more common to see. Oh, we're starting. Oh my days! My game crashed.
Oh, we have technical difficulties.
Oh my goodness! Keep you.
Oh well. Turns out we have some technical difficulties. However, we're going to stay here. We're going to still do this race.
Sorry, guys. Was I the only one to crash out of the lobby?
Oh, is the lobby? Tell me, is the lobby?
Yes, the lobby is
Oh
not
my
going
goodness!
My god, that was horrendous. I sweated my balls off.
It might have been my fault. I realized
Oh
that the rain wasn't on, so I immediately.
Okay, so while these servers are being backed up, after this incident, as we were talking, cars are based on skill, are harder to turn. Dive bombs will be more common. Also, they are easier to avoid. But if you lose time on the grass or something, you lose a lot of speed. You lose a lot of pace, and it will be really hard to recover from it. But Sadgreen, I really think that we will can have a really interesting race, especially on those two corners and the first lap.
Yeah, one point to add on your car point is that on the last corner, which is kind of a hairpin, there is a line that drivers take which goes through the grass, which even though that turn is very tight, you go through the grass, you gain a little bit of time, and then that plays into a lot of it, because if you go too wide, you will lose out time, especially with the new car. And this new car is going to really help, as in the other races, especially in the lower leagues, in the junior leagues, there has been a lot of incidents where when you go to the grass, you lose that position. So here in the big stage, these drivers know what they're doing, and hopefully they should be driving in a way that makes them get the fastest pace they could get, so we could see some good racing. As well as
Exactly.
one other point, which is the two straights, being that there's going to be a lot of slipstreaming, even though it has been slightly in quotes nerfed. However, still there's going to be a lot of slipstreaming battle, especially these cars and the two long
Yeah.
straights. We're going to have Monza-esque battles, so yeah, we are going to see a lot of drama, lots of we should just even say contact. As we do hope that this race stays a little bit clean, even though this track is not
Hopefully,
the
yes.
best for that.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully.
And especially, you mentioned the last corner, 16 and 17. That's a hairpin. Probably so far the most dangerous corner of the calendar, although it hasn't been released in his complete. But they have the pit wall, and if someone catches it on record, and if we catch it on stream, the stewards won't hesitate about giving a 5-second time penalty. It was thought to be changed to make it round, but that's a special thing, a bit of fairness and an interesting point to see during the race. And I think that it's time now to begin with it. We're waiting for the final driver to start, and hopefully anything bad happens. Let's see, and then we'll make a big review about the market moves. Oh, here it is. So let's see the tires. 10% rain chance, and here comes the final lap, and Nandy gets a good start now, goes to the inside to try to defend the first corner from Phantomy. Phantomy from the inside, he touches grass. Phantomy now takes the provisional leads and goes out. Chargy now climbing some places, overtook Figo. Now Hernandez squeezing him into the grass. Chargy now dropping one more place. Figo also trying to scratch some positions and goes to the grass in turn 11. We see some climbs of position. Chargy going a bit to the grass, and let's see now the first corner, the final corner. It's quite dangerous. Let's hopefully no one gets into the wall. I think almost me and Marie got into it, as we are now the first lap. Phantom now tries to take a lead from Nandy on Chargy trying to create that gap. Then we have Cube, Rooney, Goosey Man, Felice to get drop some places. Mamberger, Figo, Era at the back. Now we're taking member good after that big mistake as well. Madima and Grandy, who's are fighting side by side on the foot. That's final call. Oh, and Grandy now got pushed and got overtaken by everyone, by Qualy, Johnny. Whoa. Miyama ran out to the wall. Damn, that wasn't really good.
Yeah, that was a really interesting start to the race, as the gaps are very, very, very small between all the races. They're trying to push for every single inch of the track, and they're doing so. Lots of mistakes happening, lots of opportunity between all the races trying to do things. As we can see here, for P3, there's a 3-car group, and as we see, Guzman trying to overtake Rooney for P4. But yeah, the gaps are small, the race is on, and whoever's fastest is going to get those positions, as we see this track, as they get through the swiggly section here in the first half of the track, going through Hanandi trying to chase JT as they go to the straights, trying to make up a move We see the different tyre compounds playing in. Hernandy's faster as they go to the start-finish like Hernandy.
And he has it.
The leg. He makes it. He's going on P1 as we go to the first few corners. That looks like the real-life China circuit, as they require precision, especially with these cars. You need to be perfect on your braking point. Hernandy being pressured by Charge JT. JT with the slipstream. He's going to do anything. As Phantom is chasing behind, will they be able to close the gap? This peloton is trying to get close. However, they're going to be fighting between each other. That's going to cost them time as Guzman overtakes Girini. P4, there's a lot of contact behind.
Side by side, he makes it.
Guzman makes it for a little bit. Can he do it? Can he push it over? Girini maintains position. Guzman goes to the gas, and that's a little bit of lost time. Girini maintains position, and Guzman loses out. Maybe can go back to Figo and Flakes' area where they can overtake him. He is not safe. He's going to be pressured. Figo will try to go on the outside. He goes on the grass.
That's a good
And
switchback.
Figo makes the overtake. That is
switchback.
some
Three
very
miles to
close.
turn one, and
This man is not having the best time of his life.
no,
Right there.
it seemed a quite strong start for the brand new. I think it was rebranded. I don't know. No, it was the Fox and Goose Racing. The FGRs didn't have the best start. Although it's quite solid. That's a P3 and that's P6. With these brand new lineup, they were mates on Challenger League, that second division on the riding team Spanish riders, and it's quite good to see him back on the cars again as teammates. Guzman making a comeback.
Is JT making the overtake on the medium tyres and goes to P1 as Hernandy goes back to P2. Will he fight back though? Not really. There's been a little bit of contact, but that's probably due to the lag that's happening in the server.
Yeah.
However, it's still JT P1, Hernandy P2, as a lot of cars are going onto the pits as strategy is starting to unfold.
Exactly. Now we're seeing the first sort of runners pit stops, lap 8, lap 9, out of 44 of 48. Sorry. We'll probably see some hards, some mediums, and some softs. Everything seems quite good.
Looks like all the soft tire runners are pitting for their strategy.
Yeah.
We remind our listeners and viewers that in these cars, if the track stays dry, they have to go to 2 different tire compounds, just like in Formula 1.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can't just go on hard, long stint on the hards.
No. The race car rule only applies to races where there is no chance of rain.
Exactly.
So these drivers, if there's rain, they're all good to stay on the tire they like the best.
Exactly. If we have a 10% rain chance, there's no need of 2 compound, but it's usually useful as the long-lasting tires, for example, hards and maybe mediums, depends on the track, can give you a potential undercut strategy, and in which and everyone stop, and now we'll go to the wets, except Hernandy and Phantom, who decided to stay out, but maybe the Charge GT as well. Figo, Girini, and Guzman decided to stay out, and maybe it works because the rain was announced when the sun was out. Maybe they have time to reach to the pit lane, know they won, and now they will drift. And that's heavy raining coming, so intermediate tires runners will be a bit affected. Let's see now the pit stop dance. Extreme wets, extreme wets, extreme wets. No, except Girini, who decided to go for those inters. And now rain seems to go out, but the track needs to dry out.
It's still going to rain for a little bit. It's still going to rain for a little bit, so we don't know if it's going to be the inters or wets that are going to be dominant in this part of the actual race. But however, the person who gained much is Kubo, who pit for inters.
Exactly.
And you see how the strategies here and just being a little bit late for the people who were on the longer stint. Now, how they were lucky in getting the better strategy as this rain came into perfect timing for the guys who went
Exactly.
on winters like Orbit.
Still remember his first win at Riga in similar conditions, but in the final part of the race, he finally managed to win because of his strategy with those inters, with the rain. And for the moment, he keeps leading lap 15 out of 48. There's a long way to go, but for the moment, Kubo leads and CharGT is second. So that's a provisional 1-2 for the Paracara Scuderia. And I really think that the SCPs are a potential title contender with this lineup.
Yeah, two very talented drivers doing all they can to push hard. And yeah, JT and Kubo, I think that they have enough pace to do it. Although I'm very known for cursing people, some kind of commentary curse. Yeah, we hope that that doesn't happen, as we know that these guys are really, really talented.
Hopefully not, yeah.
Race a lot of pace. Yeah, especially both of them are. We don't want to give one driver more merit.
Yep.
When they can go fast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh no, Hanandi going there on the inside. That was a pretty intense instant move. He has the soft tire. He should be faster than the SCPs. They're now making the pit stop for the for the hard compound. Let's trying to some undercut. But yeah, Kubo and CharGT were as well reincarnating themselves after being rivals on CL a long time ago. I remember. I think it was. Blank left the race. That's the first DNF of the race. But as I was saying, Kubo and CharGT were rivals on Challenger League season 12. I think it was. But it was finally Kubo who took the title, although CharGT joined later. But it was a pretty interesting season. I was living there, and I still remember that these two guys just were ahead of the rest. They were in another universe, and now it's quite. I'm glad to see these two guys racing and fighting for a win and hopefully for a title at the first division here at Ultimate League.
Yeah, you can see that these two are very fast. They're doing their thing, and yeah, they do have enough pace to challenge, of course. I'm very gutted though for Blank, our first DNF, because he did so well today in the other leagues that are in the lower leagues. Brilliant races, but I think it's a little bit too much for today, as you know.
Yeah.
Luck plays a big role in racing. You know, sometimes you have to. You take your chances, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. And sometimes it's better off if you not race and just go back to that mental comfort state, so you can grow better and be stronger for the next race.
Exactly. Let's make now that we were talking about teams, let's make a small review about the new changes on the teams. We have a very significant move on the leading team, the LSA. Now Sobel has joined the team, who's now on P12 alongside Hanandi. Let's see how it works this lineup. But then as the Parcaros with JT and Kubo fighting there for the double podium. Then we have the RMC with Cheruni and Marima. The Neon Sunsets with a brand new lineup composed by Flix and Figo fighting there with the Fox and Goose. Wow, this is a very intense battle. The Fox and Goose that have a new lineup, Phantomy and Goosey Man. These two drivers took the CL Constructors title alongside, as I mentioned before. Then Full Force has Covid and Blank this season with the first DNF, but Covid seems to do quite good on P4. That's a good recovery from the previous season. Then Nordic Thunder had some problems trying to sign drivers, but for the moment it's Johnny Fu and Grandi driving. And finally, Links Racing again with Jurist and Golomi combo. That's working now only with Jurist on that P13.
One thing I've noticed is currently right now in the race is that till this point where Hernandi now went to the pits, everyone was on a very tight gap between the first three. You know, they were switching position between each other, so yo-yoing around P1, P2, and P3 with the OCPs of Cuba in charge, following around Hernandi, who was on the obviously softer, faster tire. And yeah, this shows that everyone's just pushing to the limit. You know, when you've got a lap as small as that, and everyone's pushing each other, it shows. It shows that we're gonna have some good racing at the end if we have. We're gonna have some close wheel-to-wheel racing.
Ooh, so it's into the wall. I've just see what going into the wall. He's last now after the blank DNF, and I also have seen Nandi overtook Fleeks now fighting side by side with those hard tires. Well, what Fleeks had them almost died. He should be pitting soon. But now let's make a review of the grid so far. Lap 26 out of 48. We have CharGT leading, followed by Kubo, and then we have Corbett, who didn't stop. And in the rest of the grid, we have Hernandi, Fleeks, Mambergoat, Figueira, Jaruni, no, it's now Figo and Jaruni, Marima, Phantomy, Kuziman, Sobol, Uris, Grandi, Miyamura, Johnnyfu, Miyamura, and Seawest. So now both SCPs going again for those mediums. Let's see if they can keep the lead. Hernandi, will the undercut work? And he does. He does work. And now he's trying to create that gap. Oh, their second DNF. Miyamura. Oh, COVID. What happened there?
Over absolutely outside the track and losing a lot of space. That was a big incident for him, a big moment where he lost out quite a bit of time in a few positions.
So unfortunate. He was fighting for that P4, and now he has to recover a lot.
And the SCPs look like they're overtaking Hernandi because they have the faster tire. They should overtake him before he has the advantage, and they do.
Exactly. They are sleeping quite good. I'm not sure about team orders, but for the moment, what I'm seeing so far is that CharGT is faster than Kubo. Maybe orders are that let JT win another championship. But we'll see how it develops. Oh, and then he's trying to overtake his previous teammate and the first corner, but he makes it quite good. There's a lot of the respect between these two drivers as we are entering now lap 30 in no time. Out of 48, these will come to an end. 15 minutes of race, and Hernandi with that 29.70 has the provisional fastest lap. While let's see the yeah, it's quite far. GT has the second fastest lap with that 29.80, and then we go for the 30s of Kubo with that 30.08. So it seems like Hernandez can catch them, but maybe in the next few laps he will, because these medium tires should start to die in, I would say, what?
Well, they wasn't overtaking Andy.
But what happened to Kubo? He just stopped there. I think it was my luck issue. Oh, big mistake from Hernandi. Kubo tried to overtake, but he couldn't. Ooh.
That was a big mistake on Hernandi's part, as Kubo is trying to override a mistake. Bunch of pushing, and Hernandi finds himself a little bit out of the track. Hernandi has the speed. Can he make the overtake over the first corner? He doesn't. He stays behind, and it looks like it's back to normal quarters. But the biggest winner out of this is CharGT, who has a massive gap to others and practically giving him a huge advantage and giving him a large chance to win this race.
Exactly, and still one more pit stop to go, because those medium tires won't arrive until the end. I'm sure about it. Maybe Maybe another medium stint, maybe a soft stint if they want to take the risk. But we have the rain factor that it's pretty important. But Hanandi's tires are starting to die. He doesn't have that pace that he expected, and Kubo is slowly gaining time. He's slightly gaining time. He's slightly faster than him, and he's outside his slipstream. That's another bad news. Oh, Jarun is with the intermediums. That's another mistake. Oh my goodness, what happened?
He's going to have to pit again. Lots of mistake, you notice. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. So if you drive consistently, you are going to win a lot of position. Just have to have enough pace, and you get a lot of advantage.
Yeah,
Which is a very big observation. It's all about not making mistakes compared to others. And this is what's the difference between, for example, JT, who has had a practically perfect race today. Not doing much of any mistakes. Yeah, about 4 seconds of a lap. Pretty dominant compared to even his teammate who's second. His team being very dominant compared to the other teams. And this shows how you have to be... you have to not commit mistakes at all. So you have to basically concentrate, and you'll be there. You see it with this team.
Yeah, exactly. Now we've seen that Hanandi has pitted for another hard, so he will go to the end. Hopefully he doesn't rain for him. But apart from consistency, which is a really important point, it's a strong point. We have the variable of all the drivers. Let's say, if you have contact with another driver that maybe pushes off because of the lag, maybe it was intentional, then you lose all the pace, all that things that you worked for hardly. They are banished. They are gone. So
this is what's
it's
this is what separates.
It's 70% consistency and 30% luck.
Exactly. You got to have that skill when you come across other drivers, because yes, as you said, you might have pace, but you would have to overtake other drivers if you have enough pace. And if you don't know how to do it, you'll end up having contact. You'll end up pushing people over, which either will pause you. Oh, there is rain right now. So a bit of breaking news we have coming.
Hanandi must be screaming now. He must be crying now. Oh. This was a race ender. Maybe... Hold on. Because I've seen this before. Maybe he decides to stay out as it's light rain. It wouldn't be that bizarre. Exactly. He stays out and now overtakes Kubo. So that's a provisional P2. But there's a long way to go. He's now willing if rain ends soon. And he would have overtaken Kubo, but Kubo should have the pace now to chase him. Exactly, and now rain is coming out. Rain is coming out, but now the fun thing comes here. CharGT needs to pit, and this leaves Hanandi with a potential win. Oh, and now squishing him into the grass.
Not much of an effect in that. Hanandi went through that rain with the hard tires, showing his skills. That is what separates the pros from the novices. And he's doing it pretty well. We know that Kubo and the others will have to pit for slick tires, and Hanandi.
Typical for him.
Yeah, that's actually brilliant. That's some brilliant mind games and strategy.
But CharGT now, let's see. No, he won't emerge. No, he won't be overtaken now. CharGT pitting for the softs. For 7 laps, no, Hanandi shouldn't chase him. Oh, third DNF of the race, Mamba Goat. But now this kills Kubo's P2 dreams. But maybe he has a shot.
You never know. It's 7 laps. If he can consistently put in the laps, we know that the softs are going to be faster than the hards.
Exactly, 3 seconds. It isn't that much. Kubo has a chance. Kubo has a chance. Then Figo also stopped. So let's see what he does. Then Phantomy does Hearts. He did the same strategy as Hernandi. Felix, Corvid, Guzi, Madima, Sobel decided to stay out as well. Jerbu, Uris, Grandy, Johnny, and then we have some DNFs. And Siwad on P15. Okay, so lap 43 out of 48. Sunny weather coming. 4 seconds of lead, pretty consistent to be to consider that it's Ultimate League. And now the gap between Hernandi and Kubo has dropped to 2 seconds now.
2 seconds about,
less than 2 seconds. So the 1-2 for SCP project still's alive. Maybe, but it all depends on Kubo. Kubo needs to do qualifying laps, and so far he's doing quite good. 30-25 his last lap. He's running quite good. While Hernandi did a 30-67. The difference is not that big, but if you count these little by little, lap by lap, maybe Kubo will statistically overtake him. I would say in 3 laps, maybe 2. But now let's see.
Down to the wire.
1.29, and laps are counting down. 45 out of 48. Hernandi needs to push as he never did. 30-83, 30-20 for him. That difference is what Scuba need. Hernandi does not have the pace, and it will be in next lap. I think would be.
The gap is visually visible right now. You can see that they're getting closer, and Kubo is not going to stop. He's going to push in the last 2 laps.
Less than a second. He will make it maybe on the main straight. Oh, whoa.
Kubo has to pay attention because he is very quick compared to Hernandi. We don't want any incidents here, because comparing a fast car to a slow car, it's not very easy to make that overtake, especially that Hernandi now is going to be kind of a moving chicane to Kubo.
Exactly.
It is getting closer and closer.
31.05 for Hernandi and 30.65 for Kubo. That's almost half a second faster. Now less than half a second of difference, while Char GT is almost 10 seconds ahead. Wow.
That's very dominant.
Returning to the interesting battle we're presenting here. GT skip. Oh, and now it's touched the wall. Maybe he has a slipstream, and Nandy doesn't want to hit the good line.
We head to the final lap. JT is leading by like 9 seconds. He looks like he's gonna win as he heads to the final 2 straights.
Yeah, but let's go back at the front. So GT, that was a dominant race, almost 9 seconds. That's the first win of the season, trying to take his second title side by side. Hanandi and Kuba on the final corner. Hanandi won't lift up, Kuba won't lift up. They could land on the wall. They will be side by side, and will be Hanandi Kuba. It's Hanandi finally. Hanandi Kuba. It's Hanandi finally, but by so close. Figo now is stopping there. There's a P4. That's P5 for Phantomy. Oh no, it's Figo P5. Then Phantomy P4.
Phantomy got P4. That's a good recovery for Phantomy. After a horrendous start, Fox and Goose. That was it.
Then we have Goosey Man, Madima, Sobel, Jaruni, who's ending now. Then Grandy will end now on P12. Eurus on P13, Johnny Fu on P14, and C West on P15, and 3 DNF from Mamago, Miyamura, and Blang in that order.
What a brilliant first start race of the season. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. And especially until the last pixel of the track, with that photo finish at end between Hanandi and Kuba. So Char GT, Hanandi and Kuba are the podium seeders. Hanandi with the fastest lap, 29.70. That's a podium for the Malaysian Grand Prix. And then we have Phantom, Figo, Fleek, Scorbit, Guziman, Madima, and Sobel in the top 10. And outside of it, we have Jeroni, Grandi, Uris, Johnny Fu, Seawest, Mambergoat, Miyamura, and Blank. Those three last with a DNF. Wow.
Brilliant.
Wow. That was brilliant.
Can we do some interviews with the guys?
Yeah,
that
we
have been
will.
involved?
We will when some of them will join, because we still don't have. Oh yeah, we have GT in fact here. GT.
Hello.
That's first win of the season. Congratulations.
This is actually what I was hoping for. Great start. Looking to keep it going.
You have a project of the second title in a row. You think you can make it?
That is the goal, of course.
That's the goal.
It's a pretty good start to do it as well. And I'm looking also, one of my projects is to get a win in the first 5 races as well.
Well, already,
That's up there.
already you had it.
Exactly, we're 1 out of 5 on the way there.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel with your new teammate Kubo? That's a quite good debut.
Yeah, it was absolutely
Yeah, I mean, we have to check the finish flags because it was very close between me and Sandy. I did have a lag spike during the race, that's why I was set back. But the finish flags are gonna have to be checked, and I heard there's other issues there, like Figo with the P4, Corvid with the P4, whatever. So don't treat these as the final result. But apart from that, I'm hyped. I was really happy to get that Inter's call. I gained so many positions from that, and then I got to drive with Joe. We got good teamwork going on, and we got double podium out of it. So that's an insanely good start to the season, and I'm really happy about that. I do want to apologize to Flex because I did kill him near the start on turn 2. I didn't give him enough space, so I do apologize for that, Flex. But other than that, I don't recall, unless it was like hyping people, I don't recall killing anyone else. I drove as clean as I could. So, thank you.
Yeah, Yakuba, you really bring me some flashbacks of Riga with those intermediums leading the race.
Yeah, I lost Joe at one point. I forgot what it was about. But yeah, once I lost him, there was no chance for a victory there. And I wasn't thinking about it mostly. I was just thinking, oh, let me and Joe be in the best. Oh, it was the lag spike that lost me him. Me and Joe get in the best position possible, and then on the last lap we can talk with each other what next. So yeah, I'm really happy. This was an amazing race.
Well, congratulations to your team, and wish you the best for the season.
Thank you.
And then second qualified for the moment in Nandi. Pretty solid race. Which are your feelings?
Yeah, I'm really happy I got the pole. I did not expect to get it. I also got the fastest lap, so it's really funny, at least 24 or 27 points. I mean, really good race. I think I had pace. Both reigns were slightly suboptimal for me, but they weren't that bad. I survived them rather well, and I kind of lost Joe after Kubo started switching a bit on the track. It was really weird. Then he had his leg spike too. I'm really sad that he still has those, because I think he could have just slipped Joe and maybe overtook him on the final straight. But yeah, after that in the rain there was a bit of chaos, and the final hairpin. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
Oh yeah.
I just didn't turn. The final corner has this part where it's suddenly full grip, and that really confused me a bit there. So yeah, I'm really sorry for that to Kubo, and we'll see where I'll end up. I'm just happy I got a podium.
How do you feel with your new teammate Sobol?
Well, he's not really a new teammate.
It is. It is not, in fact. Yep. But which are your projects as a team?
I
alongside
mean,
him?
we already had 5 or 6 seasons together. I know Soba really well, so he told me that he's not going to try that hard this season, which I respect. He's already got his title after all. So
Exactly.
yeah, we are just maybe aiming for a top 3 in the constructors. We will take whatever we can get.
Well, hopefully it happens, and wish you the best.
Thanks.
And then, quick comment of quick feedback of the race if drivers won. We'll start with Figo.
Hello.
Hello. Which are your feedback? You have some feedback of your race? Something you want to comment?
Another disaster class, honestly. I always come to the interviews and I just sound so dejected. You know, like I had 2 lag spikes, took me out of contention. I did some weird hit strat. I don't know. I should have gone on inters and I went on hards because I panicked. Yeah, and overall, I was literally still after all of that. After fighting with the middle pack, I came back and I was chasing Cuba. I was pushing so hard and I hit the wall. I was so close. I'm so confident I would have got P2 even after all that. So, yeah, disappointing race, but honestly, it looks really positive for the rest of the season. I think I can, yeah, P2 is definitely the goal, for the rest of the races. Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Nice. And then moving up to Fleeks, I think it was. Yeah, Fleeks.
Yeah.
Some feedback?
Yeah, just the share race
Oh yeah,
in general.
Phantom.
I didn't really expect to do good, but at the beginning, I got killed by Kubo. I mean, I get how I got killed because I went down the inside, I feel like, but he just was a bit like on the apex, so it fully slowed me down, and then from then, yeah, it felt like everyone was trying to fight me and Figo, and we couldn't do really shit. And then I hit the pit wall 3 times. And after I hit the pitfall first time, I was like, okay, yeah, this race is a joke. And I still don't know how this strat got into the calendar. Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say.
Same. And then
One question.
Yep.
Moving on to, I would like to add, if I would love to just ask one question to one driver, I would like to talk to Phantomy and ask him a
Yeah, I
question.
forgot about him. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
mate.
no worries. But like, Phantomy, can you get us through how you got through the start of the race, especially a little bit of a rough start, as you lost a little bit of position, and can you guide us through what happened during like the last moments of the race and how you got through to P4, or maybe we don't know if there was an incident. Can you guide us through that?
Yeah, that was a weird race. The start was kind of great. I led like the first 2 laps. Then I made a mistake and immediately lost my chance to win up to JT and Hinendi. That immediately got away. And yeah, afterwards, kind of the downfall. I almost hit the pit wall multiple times. Did a big mistake that I lost COVID by 2 seconds when I was ahead of him, exiting on the first rain, I think, of the pits. And afterwards, I was trying to just go back up the order, and I managed to get P5. I don't really count it as a P4, as Figo just slowed down on the line, which he deserves his P4. But I managed to get P5 because Flix hit the pit wall and slowed himself down with COVID. Otherwise, I would have definitely been behind I would have definitely been P7 or even P8 if Griezmann would have catched me.
Yeah, pretty interesting insight into the race from your perspective. Heading over to your teammate Guzzi, can you tell us through what happened, or can you just guide us through what happened in your brain through the race and what happened really in general?
I don't know. I had a great start because the chaos. I don't know what happened there with the NSRs and stuff. I climbed to P6, I think, and then I just had some incidents, mistakes, and then I got eaten up, and then I don't know, man. I had some incident with both the NSRs and the slip strain. Got pushed off. I got squeezed off, got smashed off everywhere. So it was chaos, and I somehow kept the P8. But yeah, just chaos this race. I don't know why we raced this track. Not a great track to race on.
There's a lot of big criticism of a lot of the drivers here that they like this track typically for the lot of obstacles it has, especially through the hairpin and other corners that cause problems, especially with the new cars. We had to Lil Wood if he's here. Doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not. Have we got through everyone? Is there any driver that would like to have his input? Any last notes to have?
Well, I finished P9.
Yeah, Matsy. Can you?
I got cut from qualifying and then should have finished 4th, but that happens.
All right, that's some good input, but very determined question. What do you think about the new cars, especially in this track?
That's a very tricky question for me because I don't even have 200 laps on them. So I don't think I'm the right person to ask. They're definitely different than the last ones, and it requires some time to get used to them. Fortunately, I think I did that today. From what I think, these cars have both pluses and minuses. I don't know which are their strong sides and the downsides. I'll probably figure it out next week when I get more laps on them. Right now, I think that I'm not sure if it was the right idea to push the car that quickly because the URIA had lots of time to develop it, but didn't use most of it. From what I think, they developed it at the end of last season, and I was a bit scared if that's enough time for a good car to be developed. Right now, I think it has flaws. I think it may be a bit dangerous for pack racing. But overall, I think I enjoyed racing it when I got used to it. And yeah, just like with the Fast 2 change. If I get used to the car after like 3 or 4 races, then I just don't feel the difference between driving the previous one and this one.
Very interesting insight into one of the drivers here, Massimo. Thank you for your opinion, and very very interesting to see one of the inputs on the car. Corvid, you have spoken a little bit about your experience through the race. It wasn't the best. It didn't seem like it was the best.
It was just lots of up and downs today. Started obviously with getting disconnected in Qualy. So I wasn't able to put a decent I wasn't able to put a lap on the board at all, so I had to start last. And I wasn't expecting too much in terms of my pace today, but I felt like my pace was really strong today, at least solo, and I got taken out by some of the cars in front of me, and I fell back into the second group in the middle of the race. Also at the end, I copped a 1 second almost disconnect. Everyone was TPing for me. I was expecting to get disconnected with 5 laps to go, and it didn't end up happening, so I'm thankful for that. But as much as I'm really happy with I feel like this is the best I've driven in a good while, and obviously being able to fight back from everything that happened today, the result, it sort of doesn't reflect how I feel like I drove today, but it's just one race, of course, so we got the rest of the season to get something better on the board.
Also, if you can briefly give us through the track. Do you like it? You don't like it?
I mean, the track's fun to drive, it's just not fun to drive with other people, really. It feels really easy to lose time with other people. especially in these cars in particular, it's just like not having the correct line or having to share a line with another driver means you're instantly losing like 4, 5 tenths a lap, like immediately. And on a track like this one, where the racing line is so very specific with so much like left right in the middle sector, it means that like if you're going side by side, you are going to lose a lot of time. And yeah, I don't know. This isn't. I don't think this is a super strong track for these cars, but it's like interesting that we did start on this one.
Well, that was all for today. See you all next Sunday at the Hungering. Hopefully for another intense battle and emotional. So, Sedwin, until next time.
Thank you very much. Until next time, hope you have fun.